Ultra Hyper Mega Multi Alpha Beta Extra Uber Prefix Combo!
Rated T for Teen.
Deep beneath the surface of Planet Nexus, something horrible lies in wait. Something beyond science. Brain Ultra Drop! Welcome to Blighthaven. Smell the wonders of Kankertube Swamp. Enjoy the gastrointestinal terrors of the Globellum. Party down with the entity's mutated minions and more. Survive it all, and you might just get a fat stack of strain-infected gear. Guaranteed to make your legend go totally viral. Brain Ultra Drop! Did you digest all that?
Welcome to Challenge Accepted. Hello everyone, how's it going? We are on episode number 18. Number 18. We're almost to 20. That's going to be fun. But joining me as always is Mr. Tyramus, Mr. Rusty, and Mr. Shriggs, and our special guest, Miss Jazzy Jua. How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Pretty good.
Oh, good.
It was really hard not to interrupt you, you know.
I know it
was.
was. I was waiting for it.
I was just thinking of like going meat or something in the middle of it. And I'm like,
No.
yeah.
Oy vey. That's okay. Yeah.
Oh, my camera's horrible.
That's
Sorry.
okay. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all right. So, Jazzy, you are our guest this week, and what do you do? Where are you from? And what is this whole WildStar game to you?
I'm from the YouTubes.
Nice. The YouTubes.
I do the YouTubes.
The YouTubes. All that YouTube money, man.
Yeah, right. No. I started out on YouTube here and there doing WoW videos. Moving into WildStar, I actually do a podcast now.
Okay.
That's a weekly, every Tuesday.
What is the name of that podcast, and where can we find it?
Also on my YouTube channel. It's called This Week in WildStar.
Nice. Very cool.
And that's every Tuesday I
pictures
do
while
that.
we're... What is... Don't send pictures, Tyremus. Where's your problem? He's like, I'm going to send a picture to everyone while we're streaming. That won't distract everybody at all. All right, well,
At least it wouldn't have if you didn't say anything.
Well, you know what? It
Nobody
distracts me.
would've known.
Hey.
Wait, does it say banter in the show notes? Hold on.
What is this crap?
Sure.
So if you download that picture,
I'm not
there's
going...
like in zone chat. There's this the amazing Cadwin is like posting farm animal videos, and then right afterwards it's like.
Okay. Alrighty. So we are literally 45 seconds into the show, and already we are off topic. This is
What do you mean
awesome.
off topic? Farm animal videos were totally on my topic today.
It was in Fate, so I mean it's the best it came.
Okay, fair enough. Welcome to welcome to the challenge.
We know that.
Welcome to the challenge, except where we occasionally talk about WildStar and other shenanigans. But Jesse, they're very, very happy to have you on the show. Thank you very much for joining us. It's going to be a fun one this
Thank you
week.
for having me.
Oh, no problem. Topics Topics this week are going to be the Ultra Drop, of course, longevity of the game, dealing with negativity, and a couple other topics that we're going to throw in there. So,
Wait, where? Oh, there it is. Never mind.
someone
Dealing
didn't
with-
read the updated show notes.
Why are they updated?
What?
Dealing with negativity?
What? Yeah,
This is
it's
all about your imba fucking class where you just like ghost out and then then gank people when they're
Alright,
at.
well,
like,
you know what? We will get to that. Don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, my IMBA class. Okay. All right. So, how was everyone's week? Tyramus, how was your week?
Horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've had an awful week. 100%, hands down. Like any kind of way you want to talk about this. I mean, sick since Friday.
That sucks,
And
man.
I've lost my voice a bunch of times. You should ask anybody in the guild. Like, if you talk to Weepy, he'd be like, "Yeah, dude, he was on there, and he just sounded like fucking dead."
Oh.
Like, my buddy called me on Wednesday or something. No, Wednesday, no, Tuesday. Tuesday, he was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was talking to him. He's like, "Dude, I don't even want to fucking talk to you because I feel like I'm gonna catch it through the fucking phone."
Oh, jeez. Nice
Yeah,
guy.
so like, it was quite the sickness. I have my voice back, which is pleasant.
Yay.
I'm a little sniffly still, but you know. So here we are. I can talk. Talk.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate. You can talk, but that's okay. Rusty, how was your week, sir?
Awesome. I
Yeah.
hit level 50 this afternoon. That's when I got home from work. I hit level 50.
Congratulations.
And now I'm doing all my crafting all week, trying to get enough points to build all the heavy armor we need for the build.
I know, right?
What about
I know.
medium armor?
I need to talk.
I think
we got a
Weepy
couple
just
of
became
outfits.
outfitter.
Oh,
yeah.
you?
There's
Okay.
freaking Anna and Zera, or I don't know. You gotta Inigo. His character is an outfitter, and so is alt of my alt.
Okay.
Yes.
Tyramus says while not playing the game, but mashing on his keyboard wildly.
Well, we're just typing.
Oh, yeah,
Stop
sure. Okay.
typing.
Shriggs, how was your week, sir?
Good up until just before the show.
Oh, no. What happened?
Cox Communications, my internet provider, is seeming a little more like Dick's Communication.
Oh, no. What happened? What are they doing
I
this
can't
time?
pull up anything.
Oh, really?
The only things that are connected to the internet right now are Skype and the Hex TCG game client. Everything else, Skype, Chrome, Opera, whatever the hell else I have on here, won't connect to the internet and pull up a web page. I'm just glad I had the show notes open before this thing happened.
Well, it just sounds like you have some viruses or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because I opened Internet Explorer to try to get back onto the internet.
Oh.
I
That's
couldn't
probably
connect
a-
to anything, but 5
Oh,
more
no.
viruses jumped onto my desktop.
That's probably not a good thing. Jazzy, how was your week been?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Played a lot of WildStar,
It's good.
and I'm about to get 50 tonight.
Nice.
So I'm coming for you.
I'm not far behind.
I'm
right.
I'm gonna hit 30. Woo.
Jesus
I'll be there.
Christ,
Don't worry.
You embarrass us all.
Dude, you know what? Priorities, man.
Yeah, man. That's yeah. I'm 36. I haven't had a chance to play all week. I've been doing like
You're
wedding
doing better
stuff
than him,
and
and you were sick.
yeah, that's true. I played all weekend, which was to make up for the fact that I
He
couldn't play
works
this
too,
week.
and he also has stuff, and he was sick.
Yes, I am a person that does things.
Does things
Every
with
day.
stuff. Yeah. Nice.
I wake up and then I go to sleep at the nights.
Ay vey.
That's you just hate us, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's okay. I still love you. Neutral in chat wants to know the locations of your tunes so he can come and gank you. Now,
That's my co-lead in my guild.
okay. I got stream sniping.
Oh.
Stream sniping here. Here we go.
You could come find me. I guess I'm around.
I'm around. That's my location. I'm around.
No, I told everyone in my guild, these are
Yeah.
the people to look out for.
She
so-
went and told her entire guild on her
Great.
thing that we're
Great.
rivals. And then, speaking of rivals,
Yes.
I found
Go
out
on.
today that Mr. Wave or Thundaga
Oh,
is on our server. and it's
No.
on Dominion.
No.
Right? So I need to meet up with him. And be
Oh
big
my
for
gosh, we need to gank his butt so hard. That sounded
Yeah.
really dirty and I did not intend it to. My apologies.
Get
Anywho.
riding my butt onto the end of things.
Hey, that was Shriggs, not me, okay? So, yeah. Anyway,
For once, it wasn't.
what?
It
So,
wasn't Shriggs.
yes, who was it?
You.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. That was totally Shriggs. I don't do that. Shriggs is the one with the butt jokes, not me. Sheesh.
Wait,
All
what
right.
did Baz do?
Yeah, what did I do, apparently? Nothing. See, Tarmus is not focused right now because he's playing the game, so that's okay. Sure. What were we just talking about?
Butts.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, let's move on to the main topic, which is the Ultra Drop. Now, they released a a roadmap, if you will, and I was actually really intrigued that they did this. I'm almost betting that it was Tony's idea because he came from Firefall and they did that a lot too. I'm not sure if this was a collective effort, but I'm going to give Tony the credit because why not? So the roadmap is obviously the flick has been released, which is, if you haven't seen it, it's awesome. You just watched it before or after the intro that we played, and the 24th we're going to have locations Blighthaven and Northern Wastes, which look to be really, really cool. Bog
Northern
Otter,
Wastes is just
yeah,
Northern Wastes is just another
adventure.
Crimson Badlands.
Yeah. Mhm.
Crimson Badlands. So
Yeah. Bog Otter had some exclusive footage on his YouTube channel, so if you want to go Google him and check him out, that was actually really cool to watch some of the stuff that they had on there. And then the 26th, we're getting housing plugs and some new stuff for that. Which
Wait a minute.
I want.
You watched a Bog Otter video?
I did because it was exclusive
So
stuff.
proud of you.
Thank you.
So you know he's on our server too, right?
Yes, I know.
yeah. I set him as rival. So I haven't run into him though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I'm
He's a
worried
nice
though
guy.
because he's playing an Imba class, like super Imba.
Aw,
Playing the engineer.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, right.
No stalker.
Playing a stalker.
Anyway,
He's a
so
stalker.
the housing is really interesting because I really want a Sarlacc pit in my house. Like, I want that so much, it's not even funny. Because that would be amazing.
Oh yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. And then the new emote and stuff, that looks cool.
I'm actually really hoping that they let you have like plants so you can put them anywhere, so you could actually like strain out an entire section of your house. Because that's what I really want.
Knowing
'Cause
them, I'm gonna say they're probably gonna be able to. You're gonna be able to do that at some point. Probably not like during the initial patch, but they're gonna be adding stuff. Also,
Well, they showed a video once
yeah.
of like somebody that had it all over their house. So
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. Also
That'll
on
be
the
sick.
26th, we're gonna be getting customization, costumes, more dyes, some really cool alien emote that bursts out of your chest, which is just fantastic. A new mount, which they haven't actually spoiled yet, and then the hoverboard, which they spoiled way back when. The 30th, we're getting a dev speak, which their dev speaks are always fantastic, so you can't really go wrong with that. And then on patch day, which they haven't announced a patch day. We're gonna get
Early
patch
July.
now, or I'm probably early July, July 1st.
Well, it says on the sign-in screen now, early July.
Oh, it does now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. See, I just immediately click play because whatever. But so what are your guys' thoughts on this, Jazzy? We're gonna start with you. What was your initial reaction to the flick?
Epic Rosdower for the win.
Yeah.
I want one.
That's the new plushie, right?
Oh
Yeah, that would be an awesome plushie.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And
Yeah,
see, I
like
collect the
Riz.
plushies.
Yeah, like,
Carbine, get on that.
you put like a squeezy thing in the middle of it. When you squeeze it, its mouth like opens up and like.
Yes!
That would be
Oh
awesome.
my god, yes!
I'm
Yeah,
sure that would
I-
make it significantly more expensive. But
It's okay.
I'd pay the money for that.
Worth
Yeah.
it.
For sure. I'm all about that housing stuff, anything to do with housing.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'd be totally down for that plushie because I collect plushies too. I've made that my thing. Got a
So-
whole little area in my house dedicated to plushies like a weirdo.
It's okay. Do you have a Roused Hour plushie then?
I do, actually.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool. All right.
I have two. Actually, one of them I got from Bog Otter. Funny
Really?
enough.
Nice. All right.
I won it.
So, as far as the locations are concerned, Jazzy, are you looking forward to the Blighthaven or Northern Waste more?
Really, we've only seen Blighthaven. They kind of showed it today on the live stream, the little
Yeah.
old, whatever it was called.
I was at work, so I haven't seen it yet.
Gastrointestinal thingamabobber.
Something. Yeah.
Cerebellum.
Yeah,
It looked
the-
fun.
Canker sore. No, it's Canker sore something or whatever.
Canker tube.
Yeah,
forest.
yeah, Canker Tube Forest. There we go. Which is just a
Yeah.
fantastic name.
And more dailies.
Yeah,
So dailies are fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to group required dailies. I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to all of the content they're going to do because they have apparently that zone is more designed around group content. There's 3 solo story arcs in the zone,
Mhm.
and then there's like 5-man group content and 20-man group content, like an open freaking dungeon.
Yeah,
Open world
Yes.
dungeon. Like,
Oh, the open world dungeon.
that
I
looks
forgot about that.
amazing. Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that too.
Rusty, what are your thoughts on this Ultra Drop?
I'm pretty pumped. I mean, I haven't even finished Grimvault or West. I haven't even started Western Grimvault yet.
Right.
And already I have 2 new zones I have to start learning and getting through. But I did dailies today for the first time with CERN and Weepy, and they were awesome. So I can't wait for some group ones to do.
yeah.
And I can't wait for the Dominion to wait for us all to get low on health and then come in and snipe kills off of us. It's my new favorite thing.
The 20-man public event is has a daily quest attached to it, and there's daily rewards and things like that as well. I'm pretty stoked.
I want that strain costume really bad, and I would really like a Tony and Stephen Frost cutout for my house. But we'll see
I
if we
don't
actually
think that's
get
gonna
that.
happen, but
I want it bad.
We
Yeah,
were talking about it.
I really
you know?
want a
Okay.
Tony one,
There's
over the
only
Stephen
one
Frost.
way to resolve this. Gary, you need to show off the cutouts of those Guild Wars 2 devs you have in your house.
What?
You don't have what?
Yeah.
What? That's like
You forget something. Those are in Baz's house
Right.
because he's the
Right,
Guild
they
Wars 2
send him
fanboy.
that when he was working.
Fanboy.
That's not creepy at all.
that's not creepy.
Weird
at all.
because he made it himself. Really bizarre.
I did.
No.
I did, yeah. No. Right now, Jazzy, your cutout's actually printing on my banner printer right now.
Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird. He doesn't use it for banners. It's really bizarre, but he brought a banner.
Well,
All right, I really think I'm gonna go now.
It's okay, Rusty. Yours is above my bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's where it belongs.
It is, man.
Yeah, no, totally where it belongs.
Totally.
If I had a rusty cutout, that's where I'd put it.
That's where I keep my rusty cutout.
Okay, so
What did I get
Shregs.
myself into?
Yeah, welcome.
Challenge accepted.
Welcome to challenge accepted. Shregs, what were your overall thoughts on the Ultra Drop?
I'm really excited for this. My impression was I needed to go back through some other MMOs and look through their first batches and do some comparisons.
Nice.
So I want to talk about that a little bit later when we're talking about the Ultra Drop some more.
Okay, sure.
No.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it now?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Right now.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Segway.
Segue.
First thing I did was the most recent one, Guild Wars 2. And their first patch was their Halloween event. And, it's the holiday thing, and it's kind of alright. It's like, the first really big thing they did was the Karka event, and I think of us can remember that pretty well. So,
Guild Wars 2.
it was, Guild Wars 2. It added a new zone, new daily quest, or just quests in general. I don't know if they're daily quests. And a new big event to do. And it kind of was really botched.
Which
If
game was
anyone
this?
remember that.
Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars 2, the Karka event.
The cracker.
Oh gosh, that was
Yeah.
that was
Um,
just awful.
Hey, it wasn't like as for
And
content.
there's a lot of cool stuff they added into it, but it didn't come together well. It's like the big end event for that when it was
The
there,
weekend?
when we fight the Karka Queen. It lasted for hours, and it was like
so buggy.
buggy and laggy because they're. Ugh.
Their style of way that they chose to do their servers was a poor substitute for trying to shove that many people in a single area because it meant that max server load on every single shard.
Yep.
I thought that was as far as the plan beyond the lagginess was executed rather well. I think the whole event was pretty good. The content to bring everybody out, and it was probably their single-handedly best content patch that they've ever had next to the
Flame and Frost.
no when they dropped the
When they blew up Lion's Arch.
no, when they added the
That was
fractals.
so stupid.
When they added the fractals because they needed new dungeons to be entertaining. But I gotta say that the thing that sucked the most about that place is you didn't want to go back after you did that one event that weekend. I had no reason to ever go back.
It was the
Yeah.
only thing that was kind of permanent for the year.
Yeah.
Like everything else was like, here's that for a month, and now it's gone. But we get this forever.
The zone's a dead zone. If you go there now, it's just
Well, yeah, well that's everything.
It's
in
bots
there.
farming crap.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way they chose to do their content. Every 2 weeks they drop something. Everyone rushes in, does it 3 days, and waits another 2 weeks, comes back. So, I mean, yeah, the way the first event that Guild Wars 2 did was very interesting. It was well done, but the lagginess and a lot of the bugs, I killed that thing 4 times and never ever got an actual prize out of it because it was so buggy.
I got a legendary.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Rodgor's Flame.
Nice. All right. Yeah. I always ended up getting like a green or a blue. Nothing ever.
Yeah.
But what other MMOs events have we seen in the past there, Strikes?
I also dug back for the tried and true classic, World of Warcraft. And their
boy.
very first patch, 1.1, when it first came out, had Onyxia's Lair, Molten Core, and all the little additions that we take for granted now.
Yeah, that's right.
Class abilities, Torrents having mounts, all that jazz. And after that, 1.2, it was like Maraudin, Dire Maul, Honor System.
Well, the first
And these
big
were all in 3-month periods.
the first big event that they really did like event wise was the Necropolis event. I'm not sure if any of you guys
The
ever.
Argent Dawn.
Necropolis.
Yeah,
Was it when
yeah,
the zombies invaded?
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was probably one of their best events that they have done to date, which is kind of sad because
Yeah.
the game's been out almost. It'll be 10 years this year in November. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I am old. Holy
That was for
crap.
the launch of Lich King, right?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, you're
that's
talking
not-
even further back.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
vanilla. No, vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see
that
what you're
was like that event was van freaking tastic. But
And that was for Nexramus, right?
I think
Like,
so.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
They did such a great job in Wrath of Lich King with Nexramus, though. I really enjoyed
Shut
that
up!
game.
No, just shut up! No, no.
You shut your filthy
no,
mouth.
no. Let's not bring that topic up. All right, let's just no. Shh, quiet, casual. Shh. No. Yeah, I mean the events in World of Warcraft and Vanilla were actually pretty decent. Burning Crusade weren't terrible, but they didn't have a lot of like server-wide events that really kind of affected anything.
It's not just events I was looking for. It was just patches where they
Patches.
added major content.
Okay, all right. What about Rift?
Rift. I was about to do Rift, and then Cox decided to be dicks.
Oh well,
It
that's
had its share of
So,
issues.
and I
for
don't
sure.
have a lot of experience with Rift anyway. So, if any of you want to chime in their first patches,
Yeah, I played at
Rift.
the beginning of Rift.
yeah, I did too. It didn't keep me. Like I went back to World of Warcraft after a while.
Yeah, I get to like level 30 or something like that, and I stopped playing. I thought the Rift things are kind of neat, but they got really tedious once you're like halfway through the game because you're like, I'm questing in this area, now it's totally destroyed. Now I have to do this other thing, and like I just want to get my quest done, and like I felt that was really annoying. But I overall that like the PvP in that game was a lot of fun, and the amount of like strats you could do with your character were really cool.
But what about the first content patch that came out for Rift specifically?
It's pretty good.
it was a giant server-wide event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they cracked,
I was
like,
gonna say
every
pretty
Rift
much
at
all of
once.
their events they do that. All of their big like content patches they seem to do like big events for.
Okay, yeah.
So that's one thing I'll give them. That's pretty cool. They have like
Warcraft, what was it, Warhammer Online's first patch was awesome because it rebalanced every class that never needed to be balanced nearly for the rest of the game. And
Oh,
the game
that
didn't
is a
live
pretty
long.
good one.
But they balanced them and then they were good. It was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Which?
Warhammer Online.
Yeah, Warhammer Online patches
They were on
were
top of
actually
PvP.
very, very good.
I never played it, so
I think it was great.
I tried once, and I thought it was really ugly looking. So
It's
I
not for
stopped.
everybody. Yeah, I mean, it's not for
PvP in
everybody.
that game's great because you have knockback on your abilities, and one of the PvP zones is a volcano. And all you do is you run around and knock the enemies into the volcano. Then you laugh.
Yeah,
It's the best.
I did that all the time in Molten Core in World of Warcraft. I was such a jerk. It was before they changed blind to where they wouldn't walk off edges and stuff. So I would duel people and make sure they were like right up to the edge, blind them, and just watch them helplessly walk off and then get cussed at for 5 minutes. It was fantastic. It was
You know,
awesome.
So-
I just thought of something Carbine should have done for the first week, or
What's
for the
that?
first week of raids. Like, they should have allowed, just let this happen. Let, for 1 week, engineer pets be able to be the detonatable character in the raid with the experiment, and then let us dismiss them, and then bring them back as an homage to Baron Geddon.
There we go. That works. That works. All right, so the Ultra Drop comparing to a lot of MMOs, I think, is probably some of the best that we've seen in MMO history. I mean,
Well,
if
Yeah,
I'm
but
concerned,
I gotta say though, like this drop
Mhm.
was designed. It wasn't like, oh well, you know, the game's launched, now let's make more content. Like a lot of these games have designed their game to launch complete, and I mean, this is one of those situations where you could almost argue that it's prepackaged DLC, but you don't have to pay for it. That's the
Yeah.
benefit.
Well,
It's like
Because
they held
they
this
made
back
this stuff.
just
They made
before
this
the
stuff,
game.
and they've been holding off on this this content,
Yeah.
and that it's been around. I mean, they, like we said, they spoiled that hoverboard a while ago. It's not. This isn't new content. They just held
But-
it back so that we could experience later. I think it was wise.
Yes.
And they did a good job of deciding that, like, let's have lots of endgame content. Let's have more than one endgame zone. That was a big downfall of Guild Wars. It's like you got to the endgame, and what did you do? One zone.
You had
And
a dead
you
place
fought-
and
and you
ice
fought
place.
zombies. And you know what? I'm so happy that WildStar doesn't have zombies.
I
Like, they have
know.
zombies that you can play.
I take offense to that.
But zombies are like the most. They're the laziest artificial
They're
intelligence
so
you can make
boring.
for.
I'm a space zombie. God damn it.
Zombies are so boring that when freaking what's that survival game, the one where that with the people who are always naked
Which-
in it,
What?
the one that has the people
Dead
who like
Island?
grief
Oh,
everybody.
Rust.
Yeah, Rust.
Oh.
Their
Oh.
zombies are so boring that they're not even bad guys
Didn't
anymore.
they
The
remove
players,
them?
Yeah, they removed
Oh.
them from the
Yeah.
game.
I was like, what,
Just-
zombies? What are you talking? I was like, naked people? What game did I miss?
Yeah, that's when I
Um,
stopped playing that game. The first
Right.
time a naked person ran up to me, I'm like, I'm done. Nope, I'm good.
Wow. That's all right. That's interesting. All right. So, in
Well,
terms,
I have one concern.
yeah, go ahead, Rusty. Go ahead.
So yes, we're getting new zones and we're getting cool stuff, and that's awesome. But I mean, that was been like Gary was saying, prepackaged. We've had that. They've had that for months. So it's not like they put any effort into it. They just didn't include it in the release.
Yeah.
But what I didn't hear anything about in today's live stream, and what I haven't heard yet is, are we getting class balances? Are we getting fixes to quests that have been broken for the past month?
Thousands of bug fixes.
Yeah,
Are
but
we-
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
You know,
I,
like-
I actually have a comment on this because we were
No, I actually did read it somewhere. They're like,
I was reading that whole
metric.
Warlords Draenor thing that we're going to talk about later. We were a huge Reddit post, and a lot of people were like, "Oh man, well, they're coming out with new content right away, and they're not doing these." But that's just it. They designed this content to be released like this because
Mhm.
it's almost like it's extending the pizzazz of the game a little bit longer, and you know that's cool. It's a nice idea and everything, but the content was designed alongside the game, and different teams design content that do bug fixes. Like the
Yes.
same guys that are sitting around like going, okay, well this is a bug, we need to go test it, figure out how to do it. Same guys that are doing class balance and stuff like that are not the guys that are sitting there making terrain. Like
Well,
sitting
no,
there
I-
and they're like, yeah, I'm
class
drawing
changes
them.
are coming. I mean,
So,
if
yeah.
I linked a post from HiddenArena.com.
Yeah,
and
I'm
they talked about it where they're like, yeah, there's a lot of bugs, there's a lot of different things that we know that are a problem. They're getting fixed. I mean, they addressed some of the stalker things, which I was like, thank you, Lord in heaven.
I noticed that they only addressed three
Screw the
classes in that
stalkers.
though.
Well, no, they've also addressed the Spellslinger and Esper as well.
Oh, that's good.
Engineer, mass bots, and that kind of stuff. They also just rolled out their first wave of bans for botting and hacking, which I think is hilarious. I'm waiting for the post of I was banned because I used add-ons, and I'm gonna. And,
Yeah, I saw that already. There's been a few
Yeah.
people who've been like, there's that one streamer who got banned, and he's saying that he didn't do anything wrong, but he's been banned, and they're not giving accounts back. So
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
really? Like they're banning and then
it's like
that's
permanent
it.
ban. They don't even want to deal with it right now. They have so many. Like I have 7 tickets in right now, and all I keep getting are responses like, "Look, we're really busy. Sorry.
yeah.
Want to rate how our service was?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You didn't do anything. I understand, but they have so many tickets backed up that they're not even reviewing." Like releases, if you got banned, you're banned. That's it. They don't have the time to check it.
Which sucks because if you were wrongfully banned, then you're pretty much SOL.
Yeah, it does suck, but
Well, thankfully, I can
Do you
still.
know anybody who was wrongfully banned?
Apparently, Blank Space was, according
yeah,
to his Twitter. I mean,
I don't feel bad because it's one
yeah, I don't think it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Maybe.
Anyway,
Are you sure?
who?
yeah, exactly.
I know
what-
what he's talking about.
Blank
He follows
Space
me on
was
Twitter.
one of the first streamers that started streaming WildStar. So
Yeah.
that's
He's
that's-
he has a bit of a bad attitude at times.
Yeah, that's really
That's
all he's
awesome.
known for in the WildStar community. He's basically just a big, like a small streamer that has a good following. His guild's pretty big. He does the Viking Nation thing, and he does like the healthy gamer stuff on his stream and whatnot. So I mean, like as far as like the WildStar community, he just kind of streams. He hasn't really, I don't know. It's
Can I
just,
say something that's been bothering me? Can I
Sure,
say
go
something
ahead.
quick?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You mentioned this healthy gamer thing, and I've been watching. I started following that guy that you guys.
Cash.
Yeah,
Gosh.
that's nothing that I've seen any of these gamers post is actually healthy food. It bothers me.
Why?
These granola bars and this like
Yeah.
Greek yogurt. No, that's not healthy. Stop it. You're still eating garbage. You just labeled it healthy. It's just the candy bars you were eating relabeled for gamers as healthy food. It's like, here's healthy food: vegetables, meat,
Fruit.
small amounts of fruits, water.
There's actually a guy I follow that does he does grinds for gamers.
Yeah.
There's
Yes, I
this
saw
channel,
him.
and he
He's a
he
little bit
makes
better.
actual food. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
he
no,
doesn't-
Cash
but
started grinds
isn't-
for gamers
some
though.
Some of it isn't as healthy, but
Well,
like I
no,
think it's
no,
it's
like
much better.
Cash started grinds for gamers. Rusty, you know that, right?
Yes, I know that.
I mean,
But
yes,
everything
some of
I've
the
seen posted's been
some of the
basically
stuff-
just consumer purchased foods instead of
Yeah.
being like, oh, look, I'm eating pasta and jalapenos, and I'm like, that's not food. Why not have spaghetti squash and get rid of the carb and then
Well,
have a sauce made of like?
Aren't you on that one weird diet though?
It's not weird. It's paleo, and it's
What
it's
is
normal.
that? Well, what is
Basically,
what is paleo?
paleo is everything that, as a human being who's evolved to the Paleolithic era, that's all the food that before we manufactured things, it's all things that we ate and could digest naturally. So you can't have milk because it's not meant for you. So
What?
your body doesn't break it down.
Screw that
Milk's-
diet.
That's not entirely true though. Like
It's not entirely true, but cow milk is not meant for you, so don't drink it.
But
I
we,
love
because we've been like we've adapted to that, and that's the same thing. If you
Yes.
talk about like wheat and things like that as well, we have genetically modified wheat to the point that it's not the same thing that they were doing in that era. So if you eat wheat, it's not good for you because it's harvested early, and it does there's so many different things. The same thing with fruits and stuff like that. Yeah,
It's so simple to do because you were like, what can I eat? I can eat meat, I can eat vegetables, I can eat fruits, nuts, and berries. That's
Okay,
it.
okay,
There's-
okay.
I don't have to
So
worry about
Tangent.
chemicals.
okay,
I don't have to
okay.
worry about
All right,
nothing.
all right. So
Let's just all agree for a good, healthy dinner, we go to Epic Mealtime.
there we go.
Ugh.
Okay,
That's
so
Talk
so-
about getting off topic.
So now that the train has turned into an airplane, and we're in the sea as a boat. Let's get back on track.
CNN is
here.
covering us.
Let's.
I don't know. I'm having fun. You guys having fun?
I'm
You guys
having
are
fun. I mean, just wow, such a derail, Rusty. I
What's chat
appreciate
saying?
that.
We
Just
should
saying.
respond to
I
chat.
don't know.
Because even like Tony Ray posts his healthy meals, and I'm like, that's a granola bar. Stop it.
Well,
I mean,
It's
he's
filled with candy.
trying though, you know, he's doing
I'm
something.
totally for that,
so.
and I think it's good. But in the same time, I'm like, it's a lack of education on how food is processed and made, and then you think you're making a healthy choice, and sometimes you're not, and that's upsetting.
well, I mean, to be honest, like if you're gonna eat healthy, you have to cheat a little bit every once in a while. Because if you don't, then you're gonna see a cake and eat it all. Because you're like, I haven't had cake in 4.5 months. I want cake.
That statement is only true for you.
No.
I haven't had cake in 2
That
years.
that is what?
But cake is delicious.
2 years cake.
Cake is awesome.
Yeah, I'm not giving up cake, but I eat fairly well as well.
I mean, like I've changed my diet. I've tried to like cut out a lot of junk food and stuff.
speaking
So
of WildStar like things,
Yes.
one thing that I'm really happy about is not being a Chua, because now
Hey.
when I walk through shallow pools, I don't swim.
that's fair.
Hey.
Part of being a chewer.
But yeah, the swim animation, adorable. Tell me
Yeah,
it's
yeah, but when
I
you're
was
trying to
right.
run away from
Whenever I
Dominions
could.
or exiles, if you're trying to run away from a group of people or like get away from a mob, going into a swim animation is not your favorite thing.
It's
No.
infuriating.
Yeah, it is. You're like, oh, I can
I
run
actually have
here.
trouble with it when like I'm trying to mount and I'm in a pool that's maybe like 3 inches deep and it's like, you're swimming. I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm
Fast and Orange
standing.
has to deal with this, that crap too. Nothing changed.
But yeah,
Well-
I don't have that problem at all. I'm
I were never a chewer. Oh,
a tiny orange.
You
I
were
was
gonna
a
be
chewer.
one anyway.
Yeah, but I'm happy that I'm not anymore.
But I'm
So-
not happy that I'm not.
Hashtag
So,
Chua Masters.
so the chat is saying everything is better with bacon, and I can agree with that. Bacon is
Yes.
fantastic.
Oh, I
Now,
like pork.
I googled bacon with everything, and apparently you can make bacon bread.
Oh, you can make bacon. You can make.
There is
bacon
nothing you
off
can't
I
put
have a
bacon in that
bacon
doesn't make it
sandwich made
better.
out of
You
pure
can go
bacon.
to ThinkGeek and you can just order bacon like paste and then put it on anything.
What?
you want.
Horrifying, but
That's
Yeah.
nasty.
Have you guys seen the devs posting that bacon soda?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I like bacon, but not that much.
It's so
Oh.
nasty. Oh, it's like Coke's freaking flavored Coca-Cola flavored coffee, or coffee flavored
We have-
Coke.
We have bacon flavored mochas at
Ew.
work. It's hot chocolate, espresso, and bacon with a piece of bacon in it. Yeah, people drink that crap, and it blows my mind. I just stand there, I'm like,
So nasty.
Yeah,
I hate
dude.
you as a person right now, but I'll make it.
All right, so let's get back to WildStar because WildStar has bacon in it. You can make some sort of bacon food with the cooking, which is awesome. Yeah, segue.
Some bacon.
Back to WildStar.
Back to WildStar. Bacon is awesome.
Good move.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic here. There was a post on Reddit titled, "If Warlords of Draenor was released next week, would you still keep playing WildStar?" And
I mean,
Chris,
are you going to pose this question to all of us? Because
Yeah.
we probably can
well,
answer it really
just
easily.
hold on. And Chris, no, the string content is not live yet. Probably by the start of July, you will see that. And this.
They said specifically right
Yeah.
at the start of July.
This post was really interesting to me because it begs to the question: is the game's longevity going to be that of World of Warcraft or that of, say, Rift or Star Wars: Old Republic Online, or even
Oh.
Guild Wars?
I would be
Now-
stoked if it was like as good as like longevity wise as good as Rift. Rift is doing really well for an MMO.
Now, to play devil's advocate here, and just to kind of get some discussion going, because obviously we're all going to be like, well, yeah, I'm not going back to World of Warcraft. Like, screw
I
that.
didn't know that.
Because it's. Do you really want to hit 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3?
First off, that's not my rotation.
Actually, yeah,
Second off,
totally not my rotation either.
and I'm a
second off,
paladin. I hit
do-
one.
I hit
One.
Need
and
to add
I'm
more
done.
in
One,
there.
3, 3, 4, 5, 3, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 3.
and then if I'm tanking and I get down a little bit in health, I hit 2 lay on hands.
It's awesome.
but yeah, no, not the paladin thing. I'm really interested in the story of Warlords of Draenor. I went back.
I'm not.
Well, I loved like original.
Well, so did I, but I read the books. I don't want to play a dumbed down version of it. Like,
Yeah.
I just.
Okay,
See,
well-
to me, it was like a cheap ploy.
Yeah,
Like that's,
it
I felt like
is,
it was
it
like,
is.
hey guys, you remember you liked BC? This is kind of like BC. Want to come play it again, guys? Hey, you remember us? You said you liked BC, right? Like that's what I felt it was.
But like
Ignore the BC
I
devs
went-
over at WildStar.
I skipped I skipped Mists of Pandaria, and then on like I caved a little bit because my friends were all like, we're playing World of Warcraft, and there's like no MMOs out, and nobody was playing Guild Wars anymore. So I caved a little bit, and I bought it for $10 on Black Friday, and
Nice.
I installed it. I got through that first few levels. Or
You're
whatever, 10
like,
levels.
Damn.
The first 10 levels of the beginning, and I was like, oh, this is okay, and then I got back to the normal world, and I was like, this is stupid. And I was like, well, I'm gonna log into my Pally. I mean, like, I'm not gonna do all this content again, right? So
Yeah.
I logged in my Pally, and I went in there, and I just was hammering at like regular mobs,
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
pew, 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 and it was just like trying to kill them, and I was just like, this is I don't want to play
boring,
this
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. See, I had been in beta for about 2 or 3 months,
Mhm.
and a friend of mine was like, hey, I'll pay for a month if you come back and play with me for a little while. So I was like, okay, I went and played. I played for like 3 days. I'm like, this is boring. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Terry
Well,
must forgot to charge his headset.
So bad.
well, I mean, like that happened to me in Cataclysm. A buddy of mine paid for the game in 2 months of game time, and I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. I never hit 85 or whatever the max level was.
Come on.
But there, I played for maybe a week and was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to Counter-Strike. This is horribly boring. I mean, it's the story of World of Warcraft was over for me when we killed Arthas. I was like, I didn't really care about anything else. So, like the story of WildStar really intrigues me because it's something completely new. It doesn't feel ripped off of something. Like it doesn't feel, oh well, that's already been told before, or oh zombies, yay, I love zombies. I mean, the story is very unique. I mean, Chad Moore and his team have done a very, very good job at making sure that the story feels really, really fresh, but just kind of has that old school, like, oh, I can recognize this story kind of feel. But you haven't, though, because, obviously none of us have actually played through the whole story yet. And I haven't gotten to the Dessera stuff yet. I'm looking forward to. I got 2 more levels to go.
Good.
And I still haven't found her yet. Like, apparently a couple of our guildies have found her, like, 6 times just, like, questing.
Yeah.
Like, 1 to 30. I'm like, how?
Wait.
What?
I
Found
found you,
which?
Sarah.
Oh, I found her. I found her in hold on, I'll tell you the zone. Where is it? I can actually tell you where I found her.
I actually wandered into an exile starting area and saw her there.
Nice.
I was like, really? Okay.
I found her in Galeris. And if you want to know the place, does anybody want to know?
How are you finding that?
What?
Is
How
it
am I?
your achievements?
No. I found her, and I just remember where it was. So you know where on the right hand side when you're coming in from the Exiles town, there's a big huge giant wall. You pass through the wall on the right hand side. There's like a bunch of those freaking bird creatures.
Mm-hmm.
She was up on the rocks behind the big big like elite bird mob thingy. It's cool.
Okay.
I don't know. I ran into her and there was an achievement. It's like achievement unlocked.
So,
yeah, the
found it
first
there.
time you see her.
Yeah,
So,
I found her in
go
the
ahead,
first
yes.
Farside biome
Oh wow.
behind a bush.
Oh, yeah?
Nice. Which never mind. Inappropriate joke. Never
Yes.
mind. Okay, so kind of going back onto the topic here. What would Warlords of Draenor need to do to really attract a lot of the current players of WildStar back into their game, other than
Be Wildstar.
Make
Shrix? Gosh dang it, Shrix!
make crappy housing better because their crappy housing is crappy.
Wait, they have housing now?
Yeah, they're getting garrisons.
that-
They have what they call housing anyway.
Oh, so
Garrisons.
so basically they're doing what they've always done: take all the good ideas from MMOs,
Well,
half-ass them,
pretty
and put them
much.
in their
Yes.
game. All right, cool, gotcha.
their garrisons are more like Age of Conan's housing.
That MMO
So
was
you do
awful.
guild housing, and it was not a bad
Well,
MMO when it came out.
it was
It
bad.
was pretty.
We're
The
getting
first zone
Keep
was
telling me that
gorgeous.
the first 20 levels were really good.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah,
Well,
it was Paradise Island, and then the
It's
game falls
terrible.
apart after that.
Well, the combat system was terrible too, but whatever.
I think that there's not enough to do in WoW is the problem. Like, and it's crazy because like their answer to something to do is always more dailies. Let's do more dailies,
Yeah.
But it feels like in WildStar there's just more. Like, you
There's-
have housing and ship hands adventures, PvP, all kinds of extra stuff you can do even at 50.
But I agree with you because like right at the end of the game with WoW, I mean it's you do arenas, you do battlegrounds, and you do your dailies and rep grind.
And raid.
And
That's
you,
it.
and you rep grind
Yeah.
because behind your rep grind is another rep grind, and you have to do
Yeah.
both those rep grinds to get all the gear if you want to raid. But I mean, like, let's take raiding out of the equation because not everybody can get to raiding. Like, if you just want to like end game content with like 5 of your friends or like hang out, like if you just have a small group of people, there is significantly more to do at the end of WildStar than there is in WoW. I've had top level characters, and you know what all I ever did in WoW? I did dungeons.
And
over
dailies.
and over and over and
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah,
and
to
over.
grind
From
like
the chat-
Valor or whatever.
Yes, Riggs, go ahead.
Yeah, from the chat, Cal Rel and Tiara make some really good points.
Nobody can say her name.
No.
Tiara Lee.
Ciara Lee.
Tiara Lee.
Ciara Lee.
Okay, so Carol says, I've always had thought that WildStar was a waiting for Warlords of Draenor game, but now there's so much of everything to do in WildStar and so much missing in the current mop.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point because I think a lot of players and a lot of just gamers and industry reviewers and industry professionals thought that, WildStar was going to be that, oh, well, here's another MMO before Warlords of Draenor. But the game has taken the media by storm in such a way
Yeah.
that I have never really seen this before. Now, yes, World of Warcraft and some of the older ones didn't get this much attention because social media was not as prominent today. I completely understand that. But, like, if we look at how everything has progressed, and if WildStar came out with, like, the same amount of social media that there was when Vanilla WoW came out, it would still be a huge success because of what they've done with the game itself. What was the other point made in chat, Shriggs?
Tirale said, make the combat challenging again, stop the hand-holding, and remember, as a warlock, the major quest line and farming I had to do for my mount, now you get to the level and it's handed to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get shit on for this,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But WoW's combat was sort of say never challenging at all.
Yeah. No.
Well, no, I mean, no,
I
it really
don't
wasn't.
like. I really like. I've never had a challenge with it. I've never
I
found it hard or a
think she
problem.
means more like make raids more difficult or
No, I mean
more
like
complex.
but it's never been like that. It's like
I-
they say, when you say it again,
Well, it's more
it's-
about positioning and strategy than
Yeah.
just
Not
individual
even-
skill.
But even
I
if you think
spent-
about it relative to
No,
what
it
it
isn't.
was,
You-
if it's
like-
easier than what it used to be, then it's
if you
still
are
a
a
problem.
DPS, there is literally a specific set of skills that you hit a button in a row. I was reading I read that whole Reddit post, and there are people who are like, I'm going back. Yeah, I know, right? There's I would say it's about 50-50. 50% of people are like, I'm just gonna stay with WildStar. Or maybe let's say like 45, and then 10% of people are like, I just don't want to fucking do anything unless there's like the bugs are fixed in WildStar.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna go play EQ. But
Good luck with that,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
fun. So
Dynamic movement in EQ is pretty cool though. That's another thing they
the
got.
whole end of the argument here is that WoW just isn't that challenging. You have a rotation and you rotation. Don't stand in the fire, and it is incredibly easy not to stand in the fire. It's not like it's telegraphed is like is a generous
there's no
term
telegraph.
for what
It's all stand behind the pillar, move 2 feet this way, move 2 feet that way. Now to counter argument, the combat is easy now, but back when 40-man raids were around, no, it was.
I never
very
did. I
difficult.
never did 40-man
Okay,
raids. in
okay,
WoW,
so
but
yeah.
like that.
That makes sense.
Like I said before, we're taking 40-man raids out of the argument because
Okay, that's fair.
that's
It's also
that is
not something
content
they have
that
anymore.
that is
Talking
content that
solely
organized.
individual leveling content, yes.
But not even just solely individual leveling content, dungeon content, like the dungeons in WoW, and they're significantly harder now than they ever were, are nothing compared to this game. And I've experienced other games that just there are better games that do group content. Like hell,
Yeah.
freaking Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
like Left 4 Dead is great group
Well-
content, organized, like boss fighting, group mechanics. And you're talking about group mechanics, and like that when you do a lot of these dungeons, it's like it's like we're charging up for our power swing. And like, and it's just, I mean, any idiot can sit there and like eat their Cheetos at the same time, drink their Pepsi, and like,
Especially
play
if
the
you're a
game,
paladin.
press the stuff, and like, and that's just it. Like, you fall asleep, you can fall asleep and play. And I've never really been super into it. I played WoW for my friends because that's what I like to do.
Jazzy, you had a point you wanted to make, so go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, going back to like what Warlords of Draenor has to offer. I stopped playing WoW maybe about a year ago now, and before I really got into WildStar, when I first kind of started learning about it, I was late to the party with WildStar. I was like, okay, I'll wait and see what the expansion's going to be about because we knew it was coming. And then it was just like the more and more that they kept dropping information, like this expansion compared to other ones in WoW just feels
Sucks.
really empty.
It does.
There's like no new class, no new professions, no new race. It's empty. Like it just feels like it's kind of desperate. I feel like they're clinging. And I
Updated
know that's weird to
models.
say about Blizzard, but I mean, nobody can deny that they have been bleeding subscriptions.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so
it just
I
feels
really-
desperate to me.
I just like the part I don't understand the most about them as a company is why, with the amount of people that you have hired, with the amount of money that you have incoming, why on earth did you Project Titan? Why on earth did you not build a new MMO and then move over?
Because
Even if you could use the same IP, build a new engine, build a new MMO, and move the people over to the new game. Because that's the biggest problem.
I can give you that.
I think-
no.
I think they're
hold
waiting.
on. No.
They're waiting for EverQuest
What-
to figure out if EverQuest Next pulls it through.
Who's
Who's going back to EverQuest Next? Are you
No.
going to spend the money to go back?
No.
You don't have to though. It's free.
I know
It's
what
free
I'm
to play.
saying, but
It's
would
free
you
to play.
spend the money as a developer to make a new World of Warcraft Next?
Well,
If you're not sure, why don't we see if EverQuest fails
well,
first?
see, the thing is they Titan was like 30% done according to
Yeah.
to all the leaked information. And what happened is games like Guild Wars 2, games like WildStar have been released, and no one wants that stupid tab targeting BS anymore because it's boring and there's like you said, there's really no skill to it anymore. It's like, oh well, he's casting fireball. I'm gonna stand behind this 2-inch pillar. Oh, line of sight. La la la.
Like you can
doesn't.
do that. You can do that in this game too, though. Like you can, like somebody casts something, you can go stand behind something.
Most things I still get hit by through
Well,
like rocks and stuff.
But
I've been doing a lot of PvP. You can break a lot of that line of sight.
yeah, there's like a lot of breaks.
Spell Slayer gets broken a
I
lot.
don't have any problems with line of sight. That's not a big deal. But like the thing is that you don't have to aim. Like if you're in range and relatively facing them,
Pump
you
pyro.
hit.
Yeah.
You hit. It's a dice roll game, and there is no element of skill to that. You just have to hit the button. And you know, for some people, that's exactly what they're looking for. I read some posts on that whole thing where they were like, "Yeah, I just want to be able to drink my Pepsi and like play the game." And you know what?
That's
What
fine.
you want to do? Yeah,
That's fine.
there you go. But I saw a lot of posts where people were like, "You know what, man? Like they've brought the M." Like the second M back into MMO
Yeah,
for
they did.
WildStar.
Massively
Like you
multiplayer.
can't like play this game and get to certain content without like, hey guys, can you come like play this with me? Like the other day I had to ask one of our guildies like, hey, do you want to come do a ship hand with me because I couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah, and you know, and so kind of getting back to that, they saw that was popular, so like, you know what, we need to scrap this. We can't release Titan. Basically, it would just be like a clone of their own game with updated graphics. So they scrapped it. And,
Like we don't know what it was. I imagine
It was
they
an
scrapped
MMO.
the-
It was an
I
MMO.
imagine, yeah, but no, we don't know what.
It was a sci-fi based MMO.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
First
Yeah.
person shooter MMO.
But we
And then
don't
the
know
rest
if
is new.
we don't know if it was like it was the engine or not. Why
Yeah.
they scrapped it? I imagine it was, but
Well, they said because they had started so long ago that the graphics and everything, like it was just so far behind
Yeah.
that they had to start over essentially to catch up.
Which is cool because I mean I'll be honest, like if they ever release it, I'll give it a try. If they have an open beta, I'll give it a try. But I'm very leery on giving them any of my money because a lot of their products have been really lackluster over the last few years.
I don't know about that. StarCraft 2 is really good. I
see-
really like that game.
StarCraft 2 from an esports point of view and from someone who was like heavily embedded into the scene has a lot of problems, and they just didn't listen to the balance a lot. So like the game had a lot of issues, but I mean, to
It does.
each
I
his
can
own.
agree with you.
To each
That
his own,
I
I
can
mean,
say
but-
that definitely they've kind of fallen off in their quality
They've done horrible
in the last few years. I mean, even Diablo 3, same thing.
Don't it?
Diablo 3, that
So
game was
bad.
somebody should like go give writing lessons to whoever tried to write that plot.
Yeah, I mean, I bought the expansion recently. I got the first one for free.
Oh, how was
because I
that?
paid Mist, but I mean, it was okay. I got it because most of my friends got it. I wasn't really into it, but I mean, it's the same crap.
That was the
You
new
know?
continent.
It's
I
all
just
right
watched-
again.
I just watched a
So-
Let's Play and was like, cool, that story still sucked. Awesome, I'm glad I didn't pay $40
Yeah,
for
I mean,
that.
it's the same thing, and
Well, see,
some people are into
yeah.
that. I'm not into just grinding for gear forever.
Well, but I mean, see,
You know,
Yeah,
doing the same crap over and over and over again.
But like Diablo, that's what it's really about is grinding for
Yeah.
gear. And but they completely ruined it because they made it you have to be online.
I don't know. No,
Why?
I don't even think that's the biggest deal. I think the big problem we have here is that when Diablo was out, like the original Diablo and Diablo 2 and stuff like that, like when we were doing like the older games as like kids, if you wanted that co-op experience with somebody, that was your choice. There was very limited options in that style of gameplay where you could have a friend over or you could have like a LAN party, and what would you do all together?
Yeah.
What would you do together? Nowadays, that's not true. You have WoW, you have MMOs, you have like freaking Evolve is coming out,
That
or
looks-
like Left 4 Dead,
that
or
looks
like
fantastic.
you have options for co-op experiences that are significantly superior to that style of gameplay, and it was a blast from the past that was unneeded. And
Yeah.
it was not updated mechanics, it was
No,
not
it wasn't.
updated gameplay, it was the same game with new graphics, and some people really enjoyed that, and I mean, it wasn't for
Well,
me.
I mean,
I bought it.
yeah.
I bought it for the story, and I was expecting really good Blizzard cinematics. I was expecting really good story.
Cinematics were
and,
bad, weren't terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the story was awful.
Cinematics are always really
I
good.
feel like
the
like
story
the
was
whole
so
like
bad.
pillar of
Yeah.
the whole pillar of I'm gonna feel better about myself, and like I need to make the right choices. No. I'll tell you the problem with that in like a story sense. You play a faceless character.
Yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
there is no character development for yourself. So when you have to go through a place where all of it is based off of character development, like when you're talking to somebody, it's like, should I kill this little child because it's good or bad, or like you have to go through all your mentor and all these people that you met throughout this thing, and they question your morality as you're going to heaven. Well, you have no morality, you have no character. So
Right.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you're there killing these people that are like, slaughter, click, and it means nothing. So it like ruins the meat of what makes a good story. And that was what made
Yeah.
made the original stories better, was because it wasn't about you.
It was about
You were coming after the heroes, and you
Yeah.
were coming in after to save the day when they had failed, and you were going in and you were trying to find out what had happened. And that's what made the story better.
No, I would definitely agree with that. I mean, and kind of bringing it back to WildStar, it's they I know, right? They really kind of actively engage you into that story, and a lot of the decisions that you make, even at the lower levels, you're going to see at the higher levels, and say, hey, I remember this character from my level 20-some quest in X Zone. I mean, like a lot of games, a lot of MMOs, or just games in general, do not do that anymore. I mean, even World of Warcraft was like after Arthas was defeated, like Thrall kind of came by to the wayside. Like they started doing all these like super like soap opera drama like flicks with like all these like random characters, and I'm just like, really, like, is your story writing just that? Like, are you just like that bored of your lore? So I'm
Question:
yes.
Why did Jaina turn so hate or dickish towards the Horde?
They dropped a
Because
bomb on her city.
They blew
Yeah.
up her hometown and killed a bunch of people she loved.
Is that why
The
her
Blood
hair is
Elves.
white now?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes.
because she was
Okay.
there.
They
Just one
tricked the Blood Elves
clarification.
into blowing up her home city.
By the
That's
way,
rough.
may I say she looks hot in white hair? Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
See, but here's the thing about WoW and its story versus like the books. The books are amazing. I love the books, but the problem is they never put enough of the story from the book into the game. So it cheapens it quite a bit.
Mhm.
Like the whole story of Mists of Pandaria should have been completely different.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
So yeah, I've never read the books, but I've like played all the games.
It's so
I
funny,
know the
yeah.
story from the games, and that's it.
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
I
How-
can't
how-
read Jeff Karnak's work. Jeff Karnak, he
Well-
writes a lot of those books for the World of Warcraft.
But-
and I read those sometimes, and I'm like,
Are they really similar to like the R.A. Salvatore books?
Yeah, they're in that
D&D?
same vein. It's just like,
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
don't know. I'm gonna upset
The
people. I
books-
don't care. The books are. It's just lore porn. You just read it, and you're like, oh, big name characters
Pretty
are doing
much.
things. I know what they're doing. And you're like, who cares? Who cares that Malfurion is upset at his brother? We've seen it. Who cares that Thrall's in love
Well,
with
I
this
mean,
other?
it depends on what you play a game for. I mean, some people are really into the story. I like the
Oh,
story
I'm
of a
totally
game.
into the
you know?
story of World of
Yeah.
Warcraft, but
And like I said,
Darius
the WoW
doesn't care
story
about the
is
story,
good.
but
Yeah.
Right?
it's just that like they only pick the big name characters.
That's not true. That's not true.
You just
Because
have to go back
because
more.
if it
War of the Dragons is about the dragons, is it not? And all the main characters.
well, but you don't really hear about a lot of the dragons in the original World of Warcraft. I mean, like those play like a huge back kind of story in how things
Yeah.
go. And like War of the Ancients, that is a fantastic book series because it's about two characters that you don't even ever hear about in the main game of World of Warcraft. Like those two characters single-handedly are the reason why we have people existing in the world of World of Warcraft. So I mean, like the Arthas book is pretty much just a written version of that, which honestly I thought it was really cool because it went back in depth to the childhood of Arthas and kind of how all that kind of led up to that. So, but
See, I never liked Arthas either.
well, he was a dick, of course. No one really liked him.
No, I
mean,
didn't like him as a character. I
No.
just
Did you?
Gul'dan was
listen.
way cooler
He
as
was
the
a
There
Lich
are
whiny
King.
only
brat.
2 perfect characters in World of Warcraft: Mankirk and Graham Stepmantle.
I'm-
Straza.
I don't know.
Just saying.
I really like Leroy Jenkins.
Shut up. He's not even a character.
He's
That
not
guy's
in the game. He was
that
just
guy's
a thing
a-
on YouTube.
that guy's a douchebag,
At
by
one
the
time.
way. That guy is a complete asshole.
So how much have we actually talked about WildStar in this episode?
Oh, we have.
Quite a lot, actually.
Good enough. More so than usual. This is actually a pretty good wild
Pretty
start.
good. Okay, so
You guys are losing me on the book stuff.
that's okay. All right, so amps. Let's talk about amps for a little bit. Amp locations are very, very fickle and annoying to find. So, WildStar
Applications?
amplifications. Shut up, Tyrus. So the
I found all
WildStar.
my amps.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
you know
just
what?
missing-
Some
I'm
people,
just missing trigger fingers.
some people have trouble. Okay.
Yeah, that
Some-
I am.
Some people.
Did you know that there's a commodities exchange?
Yeah. Yes, I realize that, but I'm not paying 45 gold for an amp. I'm gonna go. Like it's.
Oh, if you get reps,
45
actually,
gold.
if you level, there's these
Yeah.
guys that give you, they can sell them to you.
Yes,
They're cheap,
I
but you have
know
to level.
that.
Only
I know that, but I'm saying.
only noobs use buy now.
Shut up. Anyway, I'm saying that
Buy now.
I hate you guys. You guys are such.
No, if you think the 45 gold is bad for an amp, you should try paying 4 or 5 platinum for that
No,
trigger
no,
fingers
no,
amp
no.
that
If
he's
you know,
talking about.
we're talking about buy now.
11 platinum.
Yeah,
trigger
11
fingers.
platinum. Buy now is
Oh.
11 platinum. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nuts. Okay, so
then I don't feel as bad.
so if you don't want to spend that much money, like Rusty was saying, there are amp vendors that are all around in each zone. If you get what is it? Not like but popular with
I feel like you're a little late to the party with this topic.
no, I'm
You just want to talk about the add-on. Is what
I'm
it is. That's
I'm
okay.
I'm
That's fine.
I'm giving people a
later.
chance. I hate you guys so much right now. You guys are a bunch of jerks.
Hey, man, whatever you need to do, all right? You got this.
We
I'm
still
I'm
love
trying
you.
to shut up. I'm trying to provide information to the masses, not to you guys. You guys know about it, of course you do. So WildstarCore.com has put out a amp location. If you want to read or if you want to use an add-on, use Amp Finder, which is really, really good and useful. So
Oh, I love that thing.
thank you for derailing my entire topic, you assholes.
Derailing. I was just adding to the humor of the.
I was talking about the add-on. I love it. I use it. I love how, like, when you mouse over it on your amp tree, it says this amp can be found here.
Yeah, like
Like,
the
it's
commodities
so great.
exchange.
Yeah, it's like this was the commodities exchange.
I
Thanks.
just put up. I just put
It
up,
even gives you coordinates and everything.
I put up like $1 for like all of my amps,
Mhm.
and I got most of them except for like trigger fingers. So I'm pretty loaded out right now.
Nice.
Uh,
That's
I
pretty good.
I'll have to look. I think I have a couple left that I have to get in Wilder run, which I might be able to do now.
So, just in case anyone's wondering, the Steam sale is going on, the summer sale.
Yay.
The new flash sales have just kicked in, so
I am casually ignoring that right now.
Yeah.
I wish I could check which flash sales are up.
like
Dix Communications.
Hey, you know what you need before you know what you need more than you need other games, right?
yeah, I know,
Levels.
right? Shut up,
Yeah.
just shut up. All right, so let's move on to dealing with negativity and certain things,
No.
That's like the best segue ever.
isn't it?
It's funny that you should mention that because I watched a YouTube video on dealing with negativity.
Really?
in
Which
Wild
YouTube
Star.
video?
Yeah, it was interesting. It was by this guy, Beelzebub? Bazadaggle?
Baz-
I think it was Basilidaggle. I think that was
Basil
his name.
Daggle. I need to make that as an alt name. Basil Daggle.
Basilidaggle.
Okay, good.
It was
Continue.
good. I liked it. It was informative. It wasn't 11 and a half minutes, which I appreciated.
Okay.
No, but you had some good points, and
I
I would
appreciate
like
that.
you to please present them here again for
All
us
right.
because they were pretty good.
So the main problem that I have with a MMO community is just there's a lot of negativity that goes around, like, you know, wow, it was the first MMO, and like all this trolling, all this stupid crap. So the best thing that you guys can do to really kind of combat negativity is just use that ignore button. I mean, it's there for a reason. If you want to have a intelligent conversation with these people, do it, but don't like say, well, you're wrong, and here's why. I mean, you really have to kind of present your arguments in a way where if they're gonna if they're gonna come back.
Like I would really like the here's why part. Like, don't tell people not to say the here's why part, because that's the part that I feel is missing a lot of the time. Like the you're wrong. That's it. That's the
Period.
Period.
Well,
No.
well,
And
bad and you
you're
should
wrong.
feel bad.
And here's some actual content you can look up and understand.
Well,
and be
okay,
like, hey,
yeah, but
your loadout is really bad because you didn't, you
Well,
know, press these buttons, or
yes,
that skill you're
yes.
using is completely bugged.
But you have to remember, a lot of people are going to use their emotions before they use their facts. So if you're one of those people that instantly just replies to people and is like, oh, you're wrong, you're stupid, you're bad, don't do that. Because that's fueling negativity with more negativity and just tomfoolery, and we don't like that. So
I kind of had to
I
stop using
really-
Reddit because of that.
I really
The
like
Wildstar Reddit.
I really like the little sausage guys that like suck on the blue balls and then they blow up and then they float. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Wilder Run?
I
yeah,
got really confused for a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the randomest
The blue
thing I've
guys that
ever
suck on the
liked.
ball.
I was like,
I don't know. It's like a blue
and
ball,
then they
and then
blow
like
up.
they run up to it, and they're like little sausage-looking guys, and then they suck on it for
They're
a bit, and then they
weasels.
blow up. Yeah, they're weasels. That's it. That's the thingy.
Yeah, sausage weasels. Yeah, everyone knows what a sausage weasel is.
They taste very good on an open flame.
Sausage weasels.
Anyway,
I
like
hate
I was
smoke.
saying,
I'm
to
not
get back to
even.
this.
I'm not even. Yeah, please.
Um,
Yeah, Reddit has gotten really negative.
It has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used
It's
to use it
mostly
quite a
because
bit when I
people-
started playing in beta, and then I
Yeah,
think right around the
me
time
too.
pre-orders started,
Mhm.
I kind of just fell off using it because it was just
Well-
like negativity and people reporting bugs. It's not the customer service forums, guys. Put that on the official forums for
Yeah.
Christ's sake. Jesus.
Yeah, but
However,
They do check
the
it, and then
devs
you respond to
are
it. So
listening on
like,
the Reddit
But
forums
they've
and
even
answering
said that.
questions.
They've told people stop putting bugs here, put them on the forum so we can see
We'll
them.
still look here, but you really should be using the forums.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so. What really kind of sparked this topic was the Stalker subforum, and if you guys look at the forum, it is
yeah.
it is awful. Like well, another one bites the dust, looking for even one success story. Stalker PvP tips. The state of the Stalker, part 45.
I'm sorry, have you not visited the engineer forums?
dude, I have.
They're really bad.
They're bad too. It's just, and you know,
I gotta say, the Spellslinger forums are a very happy place.
well, of course,
Yeah,
you guys are
well,
over.
hey,
Ones, too.
You guys
Screw
are
you!
you guys are OP as crap.
we're not OP. We're
And I'm
squishy
sorry, I
and
was
we
in
go
the
boom.
first.
Blast cannons.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this real quick.
That's canon.
And it's something that I've seen in my MMO career pretty much since I started playing. You know, it really kind of started in World of Warcraft when PvP was like a really big deal. EverQuest, you had some PvP, but that was more mainly griefing, and people were just assholes back then. And people are still assholes.
Back then.
Yeah, I mean, people are still assholes, but it's something that we need as a community to really stop. If you think the Stalker is bad, post a constructive forum on the forums. Don't just be like, well, I re-rolled. Bye, lols. Like that doesn't make any sense. All that tells the developers is like, hey, that guy's an asshole. We probably should never listen to this guy. I mean, yes, the Stalker has problems. Yes, the engineer has problems. And Shriggs, I'll ask you what the problems are here in a second. But like, okay, so like the Stalker problems is they changed the amp around that allows you to go invisible and not take damage after 3 seconds. But then you become visible. I never used that amp in the first place because it was pretty much like, hey, I'm bad at the class. This is going to help me be better. So, one, a lot of these posts, it's going to sound really kind of jerkish, but learn to play. It's not a rogue. You're not a stealth
Yes,
assassin
thank
class.
you.
You are
Thank you.
You are not a stealth assassin class. People need to understand that you're playing a stalker that has high mobility and a lot of really nasty tricks. The build
There
that
are a lot of people that don't understand that. Like,
no, they
so
don't,
many people.
and they use the stalker like a mutilate rogue from World of Warcraft, where it's like
Yeah.
stun, blah blah blah, stun, blah blah. No, you can't stun lock people. That does not work because most classes, if not all of them, except for the stalker, have 2 CC breaks, and their CC breaks. Guess what? They're base, except for the stalker, who's tier 4. Yeah, you have one, but you also have your exosuit, which kind of raises your survivability a little bit.
It just makes me invincible. That's all.
Well, yeah, of course.
The best flag carriers ever.
Well, stalkers are actually pretty good too.
They're pretty terrible. I walk through stalkers like hot knives through butters. It's embarrassing when I walk through a
What's
stalker.
your class? What's your class?
Warrior.
Well,
Let's be
duh,
honest.
you're a warrior. The
Warrior's the best
See,
class.
And for a
Against
spell
nearly
slinger,
everything.
that's one of the
Actually,
worst to fight
VP
against. I hate
Postman has
stalkers.
been our flag carrier, and he's a stalker too, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
we've
been
been
our
a lot of
flag.
flags.
I
He's
can
like
guarantee
a
you,
maniac when it comes to capture
the stalker is the best flag carrier because of the they're able to deflect a billion jillion attacks, and they're also able to keep themselves healed through their bloodlust talent and their preparation, which also ticks very quickly. Now, the deflection is what makes the stalker one of the better flag carriers. Now, yes, okay, warriors are good at flag carrying, but you guys can be killed pretty easily. You don't have that high deflect rating, and you also don't have any self heals as well. So it's
Ravenclaw is super powerful as a flag carrier in his engineered tank build. He just walks
yeah.
around and then murders other characters while he holds the flag.
I'm really feeling like this is just people not understanding what they're
well,
doing.
no, it's not.
I mean, like
it's not.
it's the same thing with like spell slingers. I've seen people
Yeah,
complain
for
that
sure.
they're like, oh, you know, I can't do anything. I'm dying all the time, and I'm like, yeah, well, don't get hit because like
Yeah.
you need to have certain stuff on your bar to like mitigate dealing with like classes that can just fucking tank you. And you know, I die. Like it's not like I don't. When I'm a medic, the other thing too is I hear a lot of people say they're so imba, but they're not. Like medics they only have 1 stun, and they have like little to no way to get out of stuns or deal with anything.
Medics are really
so
good at
they
low
have
levels,
to
yeah.
deal with. I mean, a lot of classes are really good at low level.
Not the
Warriors
Stalker.
aren't, but
What?
yeah, no,
What?
like.
Are you kidding me?
Warriors aren't.
Warriors are fantastic at low levels in PvP.
Yeah.
You're nuts. You are.
I did not.
I
No,
was gonna say I pretty well melt warriors.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I
I'm
melt
talking about.
low level warriors in PvP. I just like they're not even a threat. I just like
Yeah.
I see
Well,
them and I see them
At
in
any
zero
point, even
health.
at high level, like warriors are just I decimate them. It's
Well,
stalkers
well, they're
at
getting
higher
a
levels
buff.
that have gotten me.
A good warrior will destroy you.
Yeah, good. Like at this level now, I have trouble with warriors.
Well,
So I'm
I mean,
36 now.
well, like the live stream that I did with that one PvP guy, that played warrior, he was
Bashir.
level. Yeah, there was 14. He was just murdering people. So it comes back to.
He was also using the worst ability. Like he was just using whirlwind, which is like the most.
In PvP though, whirlwind is useful in battlegrounds just
Yeah.
for the sake of being able to tag everything, but it's not a high.
It's not a high anything
DPS.
else.
Well, no, but
But like
go ahead, Jazzy.
what
go
you were
ahead.
saying, what you were saying, Ty, is that the same thing I was talking to somebody about the other day, that they're gonna have a difficult time, I think, with some of the balance because they need to balance for skill as well as
Yeah, they
just
do.
straight
That's
numbers. And I like same thing. I play a spell slinger too, and I've seen it all through beta, and I still see it now. People are like, "Oh, spell slinger's so bad." I'm like, "Really?" Because I don't have any problems.
Or you see the other way, where they're like spell slingers need to be nerfed because they're so OP, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel OP. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm lucky, I can get into a combat and then drain somebody of health. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that once, and then all my cooldowns are up, and that's it. I mean, and if I'm
Bell
lucky, I
does.
hit 2 people. but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be in a combat and I'm like, oh, well, now I can just turn around and do it again. Now, like, not like Warriors, you could just dish out the damage and then dish out the damage again.
I think it's that people are used to like how it was in WoW though, like where you would just like decimate everything in 3 seconds and that was it. Like things are harder to kill in this game, including players. Like it's gonna take you a while.
That's you know, my favorite post in the Stalker is like, I'd like to see any Stalker actually kill someone in 3 seconds. I'm like, that's not physically possible at all.
Yeah, that's not this game.
So
for any class.
No, it's like it boggles my mind where someone's like,
the TDK in this game is really high. Like one of our guildies, Jogan was talking to me about it a little while ago too. He's like, yeah, man, I was playing Arcade and like, you know, you could just kill somebody really quickly and everybody can do that. But like in this game, I mean, like you're standing there and you're firing at them and then there's heals going off and then like it just takes forever. And I totally agree, especially in a battleground, you get too many healers and like some people are just all of a sudden in God mode and like unstoppable.
Well, they've actually said that they're gonna add like a debuff or something, I think, to PvP that's gonna cut healing in half.
Oh, really?
I heard that somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
it's so OP.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah.
It's like I've made it a point to not do battlegrounds with our guild unless we have a healer with us, because otherwise we risk not having a healer in the group.
Yeah.
And then the other team may have a healer, and then we lose.
No, that's actually a very, very good point.
Lost.
Yeah. No, I mean the skill cap in the game really kind of shines because like a lot of these posts have been very, very negative in where, well, I can't do this like I can in XMMO. It's like, well, this isn't WoW, this isn't Rift, this isn't ArcAge, this isn't Elder Scrolls. It's WildStar, where you have every class is able to do something very, very well. And you have these hybrid classes that are truly hybrid classes, which is something I'm still not really used to, because in like World of Warcraft and Rift, like you had hybrid classes, but the Druid could do everything very, very well and just like rawful people. Like, oh, there's 5 people? That's cool. I'm going to cast Lifebloom and never die. Okay, thanks, bye. I mean, it's something that we have to, as a community, stop, because you're literally starting to piss me off. Like, after we're done, I'm actually gonna record a video and put it on the Stalker forums. Just tell everyone, just shut up.
Mind over emotions, Baz.
Do it.
Emotions.
Well, and of course I'm gonna.
I mean, he has a good
Do your
point though. People just
it's-
complain to complain.
It's stupid. It's okay.
Yeah.
Another thread. Top reasons why I re-rolled another class from a level 50 Stalker. Cool, bro. No, that's fine. I don't want you playing one of the most skilled, high skill cap classes anyway. If you can't do it, that's fine. Like go away. Go away.
Most high skill clap class.
It is.
Baz only plays.
Baz full of himself.
No, it's true. The Stalker is one of the highest skill cap classes in the game.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Baz. Please continue giving in to your hate, young nutcracker.
I mean, it pisses me off because we see all these damn, like, I'm looking at the engineer thread, the sub thread now, like, holy crap, Triggs, you are not kidding.
Yeah, but see, the problem is that we get a lot of complaints, and then what they do is they balance the classes, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but when they balance classes, what they tend to do is cut away.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, the engineer and the warrior are too powerful, and we gotta bring them back in line, so let's lower their damage.
Mhm.
What they accidentally did was they took so much power away from the engineer that the engineer can't solo content by himself anymore in adventures and like in just out in PvE world. Why don't we, instead of cutting back, okay, this class, and this class, you're getting rocked by engineers and warriors. Let's buff these classes and let's balance.
That
How
happens.
is
That
that gonna
happens
affect
too.
them in
It's
the
a real.
PvP?
That's a real catch though. Like it's like
it's
okay.
hard.
So say we're gonna take the example right now. Like warriors can out DPS spell slingers. Like top game, like level 50, they can do it. And the reason why they want to knock their damage down a bit, because that's ridiculous. You have heavy armor and you can out DPS a light armored class that
I can outburst you, but I'm not gonna outlast you when it
No,
comes
that-
to
Well,
that's not true. Like you can. The warriors are like one of the highest DPS classes in the game right now.
Fine.
And it's like insane. And they're like, yeah, did not intend this. And I agree. I mean, they shouldn't be as a class because their benefits as being able to take damage longer. I get hit a couple times, I'm dead, right? I mean, I can't take on certain types of prime mobs because those mobs do certain telegraphs that I can't get out of.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so an example of of players thinking that their class isn't viable is, again, like I'm gonna go Stalker because that's the only class I've played right now, just in live. I've played Esper. I've played all the classes in beta, but the main problem that people have right now is they're set in like their set way of, I'm a DPS build, so this is the only way to play, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like just recently, I switched my Stalker to doing tech power and a kind of like a hybrid kind of DPS tank build, which is working a hell of a lot better for me because I can tank mobs, I can kill group quest mobs, and I'm able to survive people ganking me because it's like, oh, that's cool, you want to kill me? Yeah, I'm going to turn on my deflect shield and you can't hit me for the next 8 seconds.
And see, I think that's another thing that's left over from people playing other MMOs like
Yeah.
WoW, that they think that there is one build that is the best, quote unquote, and that's all you ever play in every situation. And that's just not the case in this game.
No,
People are going to have to get used to that.
hey, I totally agree with that because like I mean I know there is like if you're doing a raid and you're a medic, yeah, there is a build that does the most DPS if you get the rotation right, and I mean that's true. I mean if you're doing that, but that doesn't mean that every combat is going to have that kind of thing. What if you need to have different things on ants? You cannot.
Yeah, it's
Skate park in the middle of Wilderrun.
No, it's a really interesting concept that Carbine has developed, and how they kind of like portray the different classes and combat styles. Like we have the Spellslinger, who is that space cowboy who's able to take a sniper rifle at long range and pick people off, or go full burst and just go quick draw because I have lots of skill. Or we have the Esper, who's able to use that long range knife throwing ability, or they can go melee and use the swipe sword ability, which, by the way, if you play an Esper, that's the way to go. They're really, really fun. I mean, we have an engineer who can tank like a boss, like nobody's business. I think they're probably one of the best tanks in the game, next to the Stalker for end game stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
Engineers are a little aggravating though because nothing bunches. So as a melee class, it's a pain in the ass to try to find the mobs that are standing all over the place.
mhm.
Yeah.
They don't
Fair.
pull mobs tight like.
It
like
helps
a
you
DPS
focus
would want.
one down though. You don't need to be attacking all.
Yeah, it fair.
I
It's-
don't do
it's
damage unless I have the how do I put this? The more mobs I have in a group, the more damage I can put out. Because the way the builds for warriors are is that we stack on crit instead of strike through like most people do. And every time you crit, your crit chance increases, which allows other abilities to unlock faster and to
Yep.
refresh faster. So if things are separated, I don't get my 30% on each of them. I get 30% on one of them.
Yeah.
So it slows my DPS by like
Funny enough,
70%.
in that Warlords Trainer Reddit post, somebody commented on how there's like that limited action set's like not complicated, it's all dumbed down, and then their next comment on it was like, yeah, and the abilities don't have any kind of procs or anything, and you don't have to like. And I was like, are you
What?
kidding me? Like,
What?
have you played a warrior?
Have you played an engineer? Because I can tell you
Any
there are a lot
class?
of
yeah,
procs.
like
Yeah, like
every class has a proc, like every one.
I know.
Yeah.
It was-
Well, you know what?
At
Trolls-
least one.
Trolls will be
Some
trolls,
too.
guys. Trolls will be, like
No, dude, it wasn't a troll. It was just a guy that was like talking about the game.
That
like,
clearly-
Probably played to level 10 and then put
maybe
the game
level
down.
2 because at level
Yeah.
10 you get proc abilities. So
I
Yeah.
can't believe people who say that it's not complicated, like
Yeah.
the limited action stack. Because you
it's so easy, and then those are the people who are like, my Stalker isn't doing enough DPS, so here's the build I'm doing. It's like, well, because you're putting your mindset into that cookie cutter thing.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
don't like to make choices. The limited action set is really hard, actually.
yeah,
I like it.
And
Yeah.
it again goes back to that same thing that people are used to keeping one set of abilities for 3 years until the next expansion comes out, and then that people have to get
Yeah.
over that.
and you like do the same rotation.
That's
Like,
a
Yeah.
time out per zone.
Stop thinking this is other games. Start over,
Yeah.
fresh slate, brand new. Learn it.
yeah, it's a really interesting concept, and just stop with the negativity. It's just it's gotten to the point where it's
I
What
find
is
the
that,
irony-
Darcy?
I find the irony in
Has
you
that.
saying that.
the
Irony and bad saying.
the game has been out for 3 weeks. Literally, it's been out for 3 weeks. We will have hit our
That-
4-week mark next week. So we haven't had our first major patch. We haven't had really any balance changes. We haven't had a lot of class changes.
We're not gonna get balance changes for probably minimum 6 to 8 weeks into the game, and and it's gonna suck for everybody because they're gonna complain, and I really hope they're really transparent about this. But they need the metagame, and they need the game to kind of like roll out so they can actually say, hey, you know what? This thing about that everybody's saying about the spell slingers is true.
Yeah.
Or this thing about, because that's not, they can't really test that, especially when like what, maybe 3% of the game has reached level 50. Like,
Yeah.
like so many people are stuck at like level 14 and like playing with their house, and like, you know, or
Oh, yeah.
like half our guild is still only like level 30. And I mean, yeah, you gotta wait for people to start getting to that end game and being like, hey, you know what, I'm playing war plots, and you know, this isn't working out because my engineer's tank spec, it doesn't feel really tanky, and this is the
Oh
reason
man,
why.
I
and-
can't wait for war plots.
Oh man, I'm stoked too.
You guys know we're doing that, right? That's gonna be a guild
Yeah.
clash. That's
oh
happening.
yeah.
We are gonna be best frenemies in there so
That's
hard.
right.
War plots are
That's
going to
gonna
be
be
interesting
epic.
because they're going to really have to fix optimization to almost perfect for war plots. to
Yeah.
really
Why?
work.
It's instanced,
It-
dude.
it-
it's
it-
only 80 people.
It,
so
it
it's not
doesn't
even
matter.
that.
It doesn't
it's not
matter.
a full
It-
zone. It's not a full
But-
zone show.
But it doesn't matter, dude, because the amount of telegraphs and animations going off at once is going to lag a lot of people. Even
Right. I'm not too worried actually.
well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. But so that's kind of the whole negativity topic. I mean, just stop it. Just learn to play your class. I mean, you really got to get your mindset out of WoW. I mean, let's be honest here, because that's pretty much everyone's mindset is, you know, you play a spell slinger, oh, it's a mage, obviously. But no, it's not a mage because it has 2 guns and it can blink everywhere. And I
Blinking everywhere.
what?
What are you looking?
He said, it's not a mage.
We
it
are
blinks
the
everywhere."
97%.
Shut up.
It's not a mage. It blinks everywhere and shoots at a distance.
Yeah, it's salty. I'm online all tonight. This is my plan. It's Wildstar and Wildstar alone. Also, I'm almost level 37. What level are you guys?
I'm
level-
38. I passed them up. Yay!
Hey, guess what? I'm not playing right now because I'm giving my full attention to the show, you pricks.
Well,
I can't level
I'm
anymore.
not playing right now because I'm forced not to. Dick's Communications.
I can't believe the name of your communications company is Dick's
I
Communications.
know, right?
It's called
Gosh.
Cox, which isn't
Oh.
better.
Oh, all right.
Is it actually
No.
called Cox?
Yes,
Yes.
Cox
It's called,
Communications.
yes, COX
I,
Cox. And
I
you know what's-
totally thought you were just making dick jokes earlier.
No,
I'm like,
no. You know what the best part is? They have a school program called CoxMasters.com.
That's amazing. America's awesome.
And there is an alternate website if you type it in incorrectly.
I like how
Of
how
course.
Salty just shows up and she's like, "Hey guys, you're still here," and then Shrink's just like, "God!" all over the screen. Keeping it classy, Salty. Just
All right, so this is when I leave, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Salty. I'm sorry I
There you
got
go.
here.
Remember, I got that story. Oh man, you're 40? That's so... damn it.
We're gonna go do Skullcana without you.
Oh,
my
I can
gosh.
do Skullcano. It's 35.
No, you
Oh
can't.
my gosh, we're still having a show, you assholes.
I'll just go. Let's start the group.
Hey, did you guys forget about that?
Invite me. I'll do Skullcano.
All
I'm
right.
not doing it right now, but when we're done,
See,
we'll
and
do it.
this is why I don't do a live show, because I can edit all this stuff out.
Oh, see, live shows are
This
more
is
fun.
just this is the reason why people come. Oh, fucking level 50's ganking me.
Nah. All right, so the last
Damn
time.
it, stalkers! And your stupid probe things that don't let
So
me go
big.
anywhere.
Tethermind,
handbook
dude.
class.
Tethermind.
I got Tethermind by a stalker, and then a medic killed me, and they're both
Bass, I
level
have a
50.
suggestion for your class, and hear me out.
Okay.
It's not a mine if it doesn't sit there for a minute, right?
Hmm?
So there should be a little delay. It's like you throw the mine and then it sits there for 5 seconds.
There is a
and then
delay. There is a
There
delay.
is.
Oh, isn't there throw it at me and then boom, it's on me.
No, there's a delay. There's a delay. There's not supposed to be, but there's a delay just due to the lag of the servers. But
Oh, I guess my internet's that great.
okay, so the gosh darn it, the last topic I want to go to is there was a comment a post on Reddit. Wildstar support is a joke and a flop, and I'm very very upset or whatever.
I think Rusty is the most qualified to talk on this.
We're all most qualified because everyone's had.
Are you kidding? I've had no problems.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I had like an hour and a half long queue at the beginning of this game, and
How
that's
many
it.
support tickets have you put in?
Right? None.
I got
Yeah.
between 7 and 12 so far.
So
So Rusty, most qualified.
So,
for it.
so the main problem that a lot of people are having is the the problem that they're not getting an actual response. Like I've gotten probably 47 different automated responses, and I'm just like, thanks. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, it's frustrating, but let's be honest here. The support is not Carbine; it's NCSoft. So
Not all of it. I mean,
no, the submit stuff is all handled by NCSoft because Carbine doesn't have the team to deal with that.
Are you sure on that?
I'm about 90%
Not sure.
positive because I know
I'm not sure.
I know Mr. Smiley's in charge of it and they have people working, but I think
Can you find that post? Does anybody know where that post is? Where Mr. Smiley does the whole like, I'm like one man and I can't answer everything. I'm sorry for the automated responses.
It's on Reddit somewhere.
It's all on the WildStar forums actually. But
Oh, it is.
Did you know that was an automated response?
hold on.
Anyway, so like, yeah, the support is taking a while, but if you guys remember in Vanilla World of Warcraft, it took them months to answer tickets, like literally months. I remember I sold one like pair of pants or something. It took like 2 months for me to get it back, and by then I was like, "Hey, I got pants in the mail," and I was like, "Did someone send
There
me
you go.
these?"
I linked it in
Oh,
chat.
cool. Thank you
You're
very
like
much.
vendor.
Yeah, I was just like,
Look at
"Vendor,
that.
I don't need these
I'm
anymore."
playing the game and I'm linking things and
But I mean, like, yeah, I understand that too. Like, I have a couple tickets in because I did the PC Gamer voting thing for the sword, and you get like the little coconut monkey housing item, and everybody got their code sent out to them, and I voted in all 3 rounds, used the same emails on my account, and I haven't gotten a code. So I was
Oh.
told to put in a ticket. I did that, didn't get a response for 5 days. Put in another ticket, didn't get a response for another 3 days, and then I started getting all those like automated,
Mhm.
we're working on it and we'll get to you, and it's just like, I don't want to miss out on the stuff I'm supposed to get. I mean, my ticket obviously very low priority versus like somebody who was wrongly banned or something,
Mhm.
but it's still, I get the frustration that people are going through. But yeah, they have to realize that it's launch and it's a brand new game and there's bugs. Some people
Yeah.
are broken.
I'm curious. I'm curious if they broke 1 million people. Because, like, could you imagine, like, the amount of sport tickets that are coming in? Because there are bugs in this game.
Oh, they absolutely
like,
did.
Yeah, and it's just, there's no way. like,
Actually, Gaffney kind of gave away a slight hint if you really wanted to do the math. He said that they've had 4 times more people that have bought the game and are playing now than played in open beta.
how many people
And
played
I
in open
think
beta?
I think at one point they said
200
that,
million at least.
No,
I think at one point they said they had like 1.5 million people,
Oh my gosh.
1 million, something like that in beta. I don't remember if that was closed or open. I can't
That
remember.
would be
but
hilarious.
I know they had that in closed,
So
and
they
then they
said
said they
4
had
times?
more. Yeah, they said they
So
had
that's
more
6
people in
million
open.
people?
And then if they had 4 times the people
That
playing,
would be insane.
yeah, so 4 million at least at minimum.
Like
I wouldn't be surprised.
like
I really
like,
wouldn't.
That
Oh,
would
yeah.
that would
just post it.
that would have me that would like my respect for them would go up so much because the launch was so smooth that like
Oh, there we go. Somebody
Yeah.
looked at what I was talking about.
I mean if they had that many people at launch
Yeah.
like
The
that
game
would,
didn't even break really. It just had long queue times.
Yeah.
Medium.
No crashes,
armor.
no lag. Yeah, it went really smooth. I was really impressed with the launch, really.
The
Yeah, the launch
the only downside was the queues, and
The
you know
queue
our server, that was like a non-issue after like a day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, after a couple days.
Oh,
the
Steve Cargo.
DDoS attack too. Like, you don't
Yeah.
forget about
Yeah, that too. What?
Yeah.
that was
What was
was
up with
crazy.
that?
But so like as far as support
Freaking
guys
China.
goes, I mean just wait. I mean, it's going to happen. If you're banned, that completely sucks. But they did say that if you're banned for a good reason, and you probably deserved it. Which I also want to touch on real quick is getting wrongly banned and how much that sucks. I mean, we know that Blank Space was wrongly banned, or according to him, he was wrongly banned. I mean, a lot of the people that are getting banned is because they were cheating. They were using some sort of third-party program to do certain key presses for them, or to do something or other. So it's
Now I wonder though if it was because of some of those add-ons that do like the Simon Says.
No, they
and all
straight
that.
up said. You straight up said Simon
says
it's
it's
allowed.
okay.
Yep.
And then there's
Past that, I
another.
don't know if it is.
Well, there's another add-on that
What?
does like the F key presses too,
Th-
like
that-
the hold or like.
I
The multi-push?
actually doubt they banned people for that because
Yeah.
it's on Curse, and
Yeah.
because of their whole thing with Curse and the forums and things like that. I bet you they would be more inclined to be like, you need to take this add-on down,
Yep.
and then
That
contact
makes
the person,
sense. Yeah.
as opposed to like banning people, because that would just be. That would be and then widely be like, hey, you need to stop using this add-on because it's because I bet you if they had just banned people for that, man, people would be so pissed because getting it from Curse, which is your
Yeah.
standard like add-on place that you go that's your safe place
Yeah.
to like get add-ons. I don't know. I disagree with that, and I think they would disagree with that too. That's just anti-community.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, my
it's
stuff is back.
nice. So I think that, like, as far as the banning is concerned, I haven't seen any threads yet. I was kind of surprised I haven't seen any threads yet, but I haven't really looked because I don't want to really read them anyway. But like they're coming. They're like, I was banned wrongly and blah blah blah. Now, some people were talking about what they need to do is do what ArenaNet did and say, hey, if you were wrongly banned, post in this Reddit thread, and we'll double check your account for you. And 90% of the people that posted in there were like, I was wrongly banned. And the guy's like, nope, you hacked. Sorry, bye. Your account's gone. Have a nice day. I want to see that so bad because
You know they would too.
because I love seeing hackers get told in public, be like, no, you hacked, dude. I just checked your account. Sorry, bud, your account's never coming back. Have fun. Thanks for the $60. I mean, I think that needs to happen. It probably will eventually. It's Carbine.
Well, I'm just betting that like most of the people that got banned were people who were botting and
oh yeah,
freaking
of
PvP.
course. Yeah, the whole AFKing and PvP was
There
really
may
annoying.
be some people where there might have been a few who were hacked and then
Of course.
used as botters.
Yes.
And those people totally wrongly banned, but
Yes.
their accounts got screwed because they got hacked.
They were
But I mean-
doing what?
Let's say that, like today, you got a hack attempt on your account, right?
Oh
Who's to stop someone from hacking your account and then using your account to send, like Moist Fever and all those idiots that are sending exile mails out? looking for
My
selling
Google
gold.
Authenticator is going to stop
yeah.
that.
You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
right, you had
What?
the option to put a Google Authenticator.
No,
on, but
dude,
those
that's
who
not
didn't-
true. Actually, what you need to do is put two-step authentication on your email address. The Google Authenticator does protect the game, but that's not actually how people are getting hacked. They're getting hacked from their email address.
Oh, you
and
can do
that's-
that?
Yeah, because when you go to NCSoft's website, you do not have to put in your Google Authenticator to log in.
How do you do
Which is
that?
Only your
mind
password.
blowing.
How do you do
Um,
that?
No, like you go to NCSoft and you just log in.
No, how do you two-step
Oh,
authenticate?
okay, so
your
like
Gmail
with Gmail, you can two-step authenticate with your phone number, and every time you log into Gmail from a new location, it'll text you a code, and you put the code in.
Oh, that's
so, like,
nice.
So if you do that, you have two-step on your Gmail, and you have two-step on your account, and
I'll
the
have to
likelihood
do
of you
that.
getting banned is a lot lower. But what's happening is people are phishing email accounts, getting passwords into people's emails, and then logging into NCSoft, probably with the same password most likely, and then they're getting in there, deactivating the authenticator because you can just click on it and deactivate it in there once you're in, and then they're going into the game and they're doing it, and that's how
My
people are getting
password is
hacked.
1234.
So that's why they were like in the stream. They're like, the reason why you're getting hacked is because your whatchamacallit, email address is compromised.
Oh,
not because
sick.
the game's compromised.
Kale just posted PTR patch notes for the strain. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah, that was supposed to go up today. Nexus is supposed to go up tonight.
Nice, very cool. Well, we'll have to look at those. But all right, guys, that's gonna be the end of the show. I do appreciate everyone watching. Jazzy, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We had a lot of fun with you.
We did a long show today.
We did.
Yeah.
We
Thank
did.
you for having me.
Yeah. Go ahead and plug all your cool stuff.
And we still have one more thing to do.
We do.
Again, you can
Almost got away with it.
you can get me on YouTube. Just look for This Week in Wildstars, my podcast. I'm in the process of changing my channel name, so I don't want to give that yet.
Okay.
Also on Twitter, Jazzy_Chua. You can find me there. And then if anyone's looking for a Dominion guild on Pago, you can go to lswildstar.com.
Or if you're looking for an Exile guild, you can totally go to challengeaccepted.com, no ease, and apply there. We're also changing our forums around.
No ease
so,
and accepted.
Yeah, no ease and accepted.
But yeah, we're working on some stuff. Don't if you go there and apply on the forums, you won't get in. So you gotta just go there and send a message through the contact us on the main website, or just toss up a message on.
Yeah, like all of our names are actually our player names now. So
Yep.
Yeah, there are player names. You can grab me on Twitter at Tyrumus. I follow it pretty good. You can get us at Challenge Failed. And we'll find you and we'll put you in the guild.
We'll find you.
Hey, it's worked so far. I get these random.
They'll
messages.
find you and make cardboard cutouts
I get
of you.
random messages from people that are like, "Can I join the guild?" I'm like, "Who are you?" Like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Somebody said contact you so I can join the guild. I'm like, "Gee, invite, sure, why
I'm
not?"
just sending you all of the invites now.
Okay,
Now
so
you gotta talk to Ty.
as always, we have our exclusive patch notes sent to us directly from Stephen Frost himself. So, Shriggs, what were you sent today?
Under the
Well-
bus. That's what you just did right there.
Well, a new zone, new loot, new dungeon, and new housing stuff.
Okay.
Not enough for you? How about all of this? New random event. Every hour, all players in the server are ported onto a spaceship in which they will reenact the Alien movie, in which one female character will go through a struggle against the odds to come out on top with all of her comrades dead. And one person will be a token black guy to be the token black guy in horror films.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And there's a second living organism to quest in the strain. Ancient arteries traverse the insides of a massive beast created long ago by the Elden. It is incredibly sick, and you are the only ones who can save it with surgical supremacy. We've called in the developers of Surgeon Simulator to create a truly immersive experience. It's an adenectomy of adventure.
That's awesome. So, are they going to have like secrets and stuff that you can find as well, like Surgeon Simulator, like the one minigame tape you can play and stuff? Because that was awesome.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome.
Fun fact, if you look through its liver, you find it was a depressed alcoholic.
Oh, it's tough.
That's rough.
And finally, damn nature, you scary!
Damn nature, you're scary.
A new challenge has been added where you have to remove strain with Mr. Lean Dissolving Solution. No, this isn't a corporate sponsorship ruining the integrity of our game. It's clearly a different name, and the logo on the gun you'll be using is a man with some hair. Totally different. Now calm down and eat some Shrubway sandwiches and wash it down with some Coca-Cola.
Those are awesome patch notes. I'm curious if the Shrubway sandwich mascot is going to be either a Chua or a Granok, because
Shua, duh.
Chua. All right. Well, see, but
They're way more lovable.
but then we're gonna have to have a skinny
They fit
Chua.
on sandwich bread though.
Yeah,
You
I
get
mean
a free bag of Chua snacks with each sandwich.
Chua snacks. See, man, you know what? I should have pulled up our trailer spot for that. Darn it. That's all right.
I
Well,
missed it.
I missed it. I missed that opportunity. Well, thanks for the patch notes. I do appreciate that, Shriggs. Also, you can also view the PTR patch notes on the strain as well. Apparently, which are now up, which is awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, awesome.
Bad. A little something I like to call nailed it.
Nailed it. All right, that's fine. Anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of fresh out of talking, which is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
We let you talk a lot this time.
I know,
did.
like you guys shouldn't do that.
Like almost 2 hours.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I hate you. All right, so follow us on Twitter at Challenge Failed, Facebook, Facebook.
At Comrade Red.
At Shriggs.
Shrinks doesn't even use
At Jazzy_Chua.
First, jeez. I want people to listen to me not say anything ever.
Yeah, Shriggs uses it maybe like once a month.
Oh, this is
But
bullshit.
when I do
At
use it that
Bazille,
once a month,
damn it.
it's glorious.
I'm pissed.
Okay, well-
the level 50 that killed me went all the way to the fucking graveyard. Now he's camping it. Every time I fucking res, he's just doing
Don't worry, I'll call off my cronies in a minute.
legendary.
Is that
souls.
you?
That is you.
That is me.
You're a jerk.
It's not me specifically, but it's my people.
You guys are fucking punks.
We
That
did
would be
kinda-
Nutriel.
Well, we did tell them to gank us liberally. My bad.
You guys talked a lot of smack before the game launch. Just saying.
I didn't talk smack. Yes, we are enemies. Kill us as much as you want. We'll kill you
Well,
too.
that's
My level
for you,
37 spell
so-
slinger doesn't hold a candle to a level 50 stalker.
You're a spell
Just so
slinger.
you know.
You're a spell slinger.
That's funny. Okay, so
Deal with it.
all right, so let's try to end the show one more time. All right, so thank you very much for listening to the show. We had a great time. Very very long show, but we had it was a very very good show. I thought. Very good job, everyone. Once again, Jazzy, thank you very much for joining us. You can find all of our cool social stuff, facebook.com/challenge accepted, no easy accepted. Twitter @challenge failed. Website is going to be www.challengeaccepted.com. No ease and accepted once again. Our guild is on Pego PvP Exiles. Whisper any of us. Our names are the same as pretty much anything that you see on social media and all that other fun stuff. But thank you for the gank. I do appreciate that. That made my night. It really did. But thank you once again.
Anytime.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you once again to Carbine for creating this amazing community and amazing game. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work and the transparency. Never let that die. That's awesome. But that's it. That's all. God bless. Have a wonderful day, guys, and hope you have a safe trip on Nexus. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Weird butt stuff.
Gosh dang it, Shrakes.
Oh, I never fail, Shrix.
Dang it.
10 for 10.
Why?
All right, well.
Because you told me to take it out of the notes. It had to go somewhere.
All right, well, that's the show. Bye, guys.
Looks like
I'm sorry.
the boys.
All right, I'm going to end the show there. Bye.